Many of us eventually encounter a quiet rupture in the daily routine, a sense that the life we are living has become strangely scripted. It's the impression that other versions of your life are unfolding in parallel, where joy came easier or a different choice was made, yet they remain just beyond reach. This feeling persists because of the model we are taught to follow, time as a rigid corridor. We see life as a single track moving directly from a fixed past toward an unknown future, measured by the steady, heavy repetition of days. We apply immense effort to force change along this line, only to find the track bending back on itself. Despite our discipline, we often return to the exact same patterns of behavior and circumstance, cycling through the same frustrations. Stagnation occurs when the model we use to navigate life fails to account for the actual structure of experience. Consider a different framework, the alternative space. In this model, reality is a field of fully formed parallel possibilities, where every version of your life already exists as a viable path. Modern physics challenged the certainty of linear time decades ago. Einstein's work demonstrated that time is relative, a measurement tied specifically to the conditions and speed of the observer rather than an independent universal clock. This suggests that we do not physically construct a new reality through brute force. Instead, our internal state functions as a tuning mechanism, selecting which configuration of the field we actually inhabit and perceive. To change your experience, the focus must shift from forcing the external world to change to breaking the internal feedback loop that continues to select your current conditions. If these parallel possibilities exist simultaneously, we have to ask why our experience feels like a single, unbroken stream. Quantum mechanics describes a process called decoherence. While particles can exist in a superposition of many states, interaction with the environment causes them to resolve into one defined outcome within our frame of reference. The human nervous system performs a comparable function. It acts as a filter, blocking out the vast majority of available information to provide a stable, survivable experience of the world. The singularity of your life is not proof that other options are missing. It is evidence that your perceptual filter is currently locked on to one specific configuration. That filter is rarely neutral. It is constantly being shaped by external structures that compete for our attention and emotional energy. These systems are known as pendulums. They are self-sustaining loops of shared focus, such as the 24-hour news cycle, social media algorithms, or even the established roles within a family. A pendulum hijacks your attention by reinforcing states of fear, urgency, or outrage. The more energy you direct toward these themes, the more they dominate your internal feedback loop. Even resisting a pendulum with strong emotion keeps your filter locked onto its structure. These systems are sustained by engagement, regardless of whether that engagement is supportive or oppositional. When external systems dictate your emotional baseline, they maintain control over your perceptual filter, effectively keeping you pinned to a specific, repeating timeline. Breaking this cycle requires resonance rather than force. While force imposes change from within the current pattern, resonance involves aligning your internal state with a new configuration until that pattern becomes accessible. This alignment can be initiated using slides, internally coherent mental images of a desired reality that carry a stabilized, consistent emotional tone. However, visualization alone is often insufficient. If your thoughts suggest one reality, while your body remains organized around an old pattern of stress, the shift will not stabilize. This is where embodiment becomes necessary. You must alter your breathing, your posture, and muscle tension to match the physical state of the timeline you intend to inhabit. The nervous system interprets physical tension as a signal of what is possible. If the body is chronically braced for a threat, the brain will continue to filter for outcomes that justify that tension. Steady, deliberate. A shift in your timeline requires a body that can physically sustain and reflect the new pattern as its default state. Once you establish this internal alignment, you encounter a difficult phase. Your internal state has changed, but your external circumstances remain exactly as they were. This is the mirror principle. Physical reality, having significant structural inertia, serves as a delayed reflection of your stabilized patterns. Responding to this delay with impatience creates excess potential. This internal pressure destabilizes the pattern, causing physical reality to stall or regress. You may even see time loops, the sudden return of old problems. These are not signs of failure. They are the final, losing gasps of a pattern that is no longer being reinforced. The transition fails most often when the new internal orientation is abandoned because the external reflection has not yet appeared. To maintain the shift, you must stabilize the pattern daily. Morning orientations allow you to establish your chosen orientation before external demands or pendulums can capture your attention. Crucially, you must practice letting go of importance. This means pursuing a direction without treating the outcome as a desperate condition for your survival or self-worth. Carl Jung suggested that the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. In this context, that involves shedding the forced, habitual identities that keep you anchored to old loops. Evening integration allows you to review the day's responses, mentally adjusting any reactions that fell into old habits so they do not become reinforced during sleep. By adjusting these internal feedback loops, you shift from reacting to a scripted life to selecting the configuration you inhabit. As perception and physical response align, you move from being a passenger in a fixed world to a conscious participant in how your reality unfolds.
Thank you for watching. If something in this resonated with you, then you're already closer than you think. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a link below to my book, Timeline Shifting, Master the Art of Multiversal Manifestation. This isn't theory, it's a framework you can actually use. Tap the link below and step into it.